Hello? Testing, testing. Oh. Hello, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, it works.
My mom pushed my plate of breakfast eggs away and poured me a bowl of cereal. Mom, can you stop treating me like a baby? 23, but she patted my head and handed me a juice box. Whatever you say, sweetie. She gave me a plastic spoon. I face palmed and walked away, but that night she gaming and unplugged my console. It's past your bedtime. It's 9 p.m. I pointed at the clock, but she was already ushering me to the bed. Exactly. You should have gone to sleep an hour ago. She took my phone and walked out, locking my door. I despised living with her and needed my own place, so I secretly applied for a job. The day of my interview, I told her I was meeting a friend and would be back for 6, then got dressed in the bathroom and snuck out. I walked into the interviewer's office, my heart pounding. But as soon as I sat down, the door behind me opened. Mom walked in smiling, and my stomach instantly dropped. What are you doing here? Mama's just here to watch. We're gonna talk later about you lying to me about where you're going. She pulled up a chair, sat beside me. The interviewer had an awkward smile and chuckled. So tell me about yourself. I opened my mouth to speak, but suddenly my mom leaned over and stared into her eyes. He's a mama's boy. That's all you need to know. I'm his whole world and he's mine, and nobody's taking that from me. She squeezed my hand, and I winced because this was insane. The interviewer looked threatened and quickly wrote something on her clipboard. She asked, "Are you able to work overtime?" And I straightened my tie and went to say yes, but Mom got there first. Only till 8, that's his bedtime. I felt my face go red with embarrassment and told her to stop, but she literally pulled a bottle of soda from her bag. "I'm just here to make sure you're not nervous. Now drink up. I can tell you're dehydrated." She pressed the bottle to my lips, and when I saw the other candidates watching through the window and laughing, I snapped. I smacked the bottle away. The soda splashed all over Mom. "I hate you." I shot up from my chair as my voice cracked. "You're sick in the head. I never want to see you again." Her mouth fell open as she grabbed my sleeve. "You don't mean that. You're just cranky because you didn't eat your breakfast." But I ripped my arm loose and threw both middle fingers up in her face. The interviewer sat there watching everything unfold. Mom gasped with tears in her eyes. "You are grounded, young man." But I was already storming out. I turned back to the interviewer at the door. "Also, if you still consider hiring me, I can do whatever overtime you need." I looked my mom dead in the eye. Her bedtime. My mom pushed my plate of breakfast. I started stealing as much as I could. As soon as the bank guard walked away from the vault door, I quietly cracked open every deposit box I saw, filling my bag with cash and jewelry. This was a black market bank. Everything inside belonged to the worst drug traffickers and war criminals on the planet, so I had no problems with draining their accounts. I had almost cleared out the entire vault when I came to box number 13. I popped the lock. Inside was a piece of paper and a gun, but that wasn't all. The box was rigged. When I opened it, the vault slammed shut, and I was trapped. I flipped on my night vision goggles. I had to think quickly. The getaway van was only going to wait for another 90 seconds before it took off. I looked at the piece of paper from inside the box. It was a note. "Nobody steals from me. If you're reading this, you're trapped, and the guards are on the way. I've left you a gun with 1 bullet inside in case you want to take the easy way out. Because I promise you, if I take you alive, your fate will be much worse." It was signed by the most brutal cartel boss in the country. Just then, I heard the footsteps of guards outside the vault, and the door started to open. 3 guards stood in front of me with their guns raised. The lone ceiling light outside the vault flickered one time, and I realized that there was only one way out for me. I reached for the gun in the box. The guards moved closer. "Hey, freeze! What do you think you're doing?" I raised the gun and said, "Taking the easy way out." I shot the light, and the room went pitch black. The guards stumbled around blindly. I flipped on my goggles and made quick work of all 3. Once they were knocked out, I threw them in the vault and shut the door. I ran outside and made it to the getaway van at the exact moment it started to pull away. I started stealing as much as I could. As soon as the bank guard walked away from the vault door, I quietly cracked open every My 3-year-old ripped his hand out of mine and sprinted straight for the ocean. I immediately jumped up because I was too broke for swimming lessons, and he'd definitely drown. "Theo, get back here!" But a giant wave emerged from the ocean and crashed over him, and when it reeled back, he was gone. I frantically searched for anyone who could help us, but the beach was completely empty. I crashed into the water. "Theo, where are you?" I fought through waves that kept shoving me back toward the sand. I knew I didn't have much time until he'd drown, so I took a deep breath and dove in. But I couldn't find him, so I grabbed the phone I won from the His Story subscriber giveaway to call for help. But a pop-up came up on the screen.
Wow.
To find your son, every viewer has to click the like and subscribe button of this video. And when I opened my eyes, I could see a dolphin heading straight towards me. I rose back up to the surface and saw my son sitting on its back, laughing. "Look,